This is part 2 of the video, or take something, whatever, of the video that I'm making to document the problem with the vines coming from over the 3 Bella Plaza's property next door and what it's doing to our property over here. Just starting over here. These vines, we were told that we have to maintain them on our side. They're coming from their side. I've done everything to solve this problem. I've done everything from chopping them with a machete at least once a week, to poisoning them at least once a week, to literally trying to hack them out. And nothing's going to work except for unless you get the root, which is on the other side of the fence on the other person's property. And when I go over there poking around, these security guys don't like it. So this is something that they have to solve. It is destroying my fence. It takes about 2 days for it to climb over to this tree, which it will start to strangle. As you can see, this right here, this branch end in here, and this is newly macheted pieces of what's coming over the fence there, which well, like I said, within 48 hours we'll be back over trying to choke out my tree. You can see the vines, how they got up there already. Anyways, the problem goes all the way around, and like I said, I've done everything to try to control these things. It's a weekly battle, twice weekly at least, with the Roundup, with the machete, with everything, pulling them off. And it's a losing battle. I can't do it from this side. It has to be done on their side. This is their weed, and they should be well aware of it, because it strangled a tree. It killed it, as it's doing all the trees on their property, which went through my garage roof last September. So they're well aware of the vine situation, killing the trees on their property. Meanwhile, it's destroying my fence, at the very least. Here's a new damage right there. To nail that back on, and I just sprayed Roundup on this part of it's wrenched it as of a week ago, macheted it, so it came back, nothing's gone, and it runs all the way down to my garage. And this is where it's really distressing, is the garage. This part of the fence here is absolutely destroyed, and I can't even get to it to try to fuck with it anymore because of the poison ivy. It's climbing over. It's poison ivy, kudzu, wild grape, and other shit. But meanwhile, it grew. It's destroyed my fence. This fence is, even if we got it off the fence would be no more. It has gotten to my garage. It has now climbed in and surrounded my gutters and ripped them off the garage, which has in turn caused there to be water damage from the lack of gutters, and the place is now rotting out. And with the roof being damaged from the tree falling through it last fall, we're going to have to replace this entire garage. Now, look at this. They're even growing inside of the garage. These insidious freaking things. I guarantee you, this garage will be filled with vines within the next 72 hours. Something will be destroyed. Anyway, can we move on? I got them off the gutters on this side, but it was too late. As you see, the fascia's already been destroyed. I ripped them all off of there, and it took force and machete power to even get them off the sides of the garage, which they had grown into. This fence I've had a little bit more luck with, because my prize roses are over here, so I've beaten them back with such a fury that I've actually gone on the other side and found roots and yanked them out. All the trees here, I'd say more than half of them are completely dead, as is that one. You don't need to be an arborist to know what's dead and what's not dead, but they're being killed by the vines, or what's killing the trees, which is what killed the tree that fell through my garage over there. You can see all the vines. They're insidious. I don't know what's going on, but it's like an epidemic, and it's all on their side, and it's their trees. And these trees are all dead. They're all in danger of falling on my house and damaging my house or somebody else. Some of them are very large. That one's about the size of the one that went through my garage, which destroyed my roof. Anyway, moving on. Okay, over here is the combat zone. It looks like a war was fought, and this is where I've had to pay Forever Green Tree and Landscape a ton of money to have to try to save my trees here from the vines that are coming across, which we told the guy about last September, when the thing went through our garage. We walked around, I showed him all the shit that was wrong, and now apparently I got to show him again. But like I said, the vines, you can see them going up the tree. They came down. This whole tree fell down on our yard, and I paid to have it removed. I stopped paying him halfway through it and said it's not my responsibility, so here it sits with the vines that killed it all around it. And here we go. This tree, I had to pay to have the vines taken off there. It took them 2 days to do it, and the tree's not going to make it. It looks like it's going to die. This tree might make it. It might make it. But I took a machete, and I hacked all this up about 4 days ago. Already, look, the vines are climbing back up the tree. See? And they're already coming back up. What am I going to do? I mean, I put poison, everything. And the bad thing is that they are poison ivy vines too, which I'm systemically allergic to. Like, I'd be hospitalized if I got infected. And this is just within the last week. This disgusting takeover of this extremely valuable and ancient giant azalea bush, which will be dead within a couple weeks if I don't get these, or maybe even sooner if I don't get these off of here, which I've tried to machete. I've sprayed with Roundup of everything, and it's poison ivy, which I'm deathly allergic to. But I cannot afford to have him come out here and eradicate any more vines. He got him off this bush. He beat them off here for a couple months. This one, again, they're growing it back again. I don't know where the fuck they come out of the ground, but they're coming from over there. Originally, they had climbed across here. They killed this cedar tree. It's killed by vines, determined by the tree company that it was the vines that killed it. The same vines that were connected to the ones that were on this bush over here. But this is totally dead. The cedar tree is dead, and the vines have taken new roots, so they're somehow still alive. But you can see the tree is completely dead, and getting it removed is going to be very expensive because it's right near the street. It killed that tree. It killed this tree over here. Killed this tree, and this one's still alive, I believe. It's barely kicking with all the vines on it. It will die. I mean, it's so bad that even, like, look at the utility line. Utility lines are totally covered with this shit. Can you even see it? Utility line covered with these crazy vines. Anyway, and they come directly from this side of the property, and nothing we can do on this side. I had to machete this. We had to do this twice a week in order to see out of our driveway. It is totally taken over. All the wineberry bushes that used to be here are dead. There was some deer got hit by a car the other day, and it was inside this bramble of vines, and nobody could find it, but it smelled enough for people to actually could see it. A giant deer. And the vines, you can see, climbing up their trees on their property are all going to die. So they're not maintaining their trees, which could fall on my house. They're not maintaining anything, and the vines are going absolutely apeshit, and there's nothing I can do to solve it. I've tried everything. Look at my poor tree. That was a Christmas tree. It's not going to make it. That one's probably not going to make it. We lost the top of it they tried to save the top, didn't make it. That one, it's been about a month since we got the vines at least eradicated from most of it. Of course, they're already growing up again. But it's not going to make it. It looks like it's got to go. So we got to pay to have that tree removed, possibly that tree removed, this tree removed, another tree removed, and an entire fence because of these vines. And this is ridiculous. After my garage roof got caved in by a tree getting strangled by their vines, they should have known they had to do something to maintain that property, and they haven't. And I've paid probably over $500 just to have these in the front yard eradicated for my tree that died anyway. Now I got to pay to have the tree removed. My 3 Christmas trees that are left after they removed all the trees from this mud hole eyesore of a fucking construction site. My other Christmas tree right there. There it is. One of 2 trees they have left in the entire forest. One of 2 trees. And meanwhile, I've got my own ivy problem on this tree right here over my house. This is really scary. That's my problem. English ivy explosion. That's going to cost a fortune to trim, but fortunately, I still owe the tree guy money that tried to save the other ones, which, oh my god. So I got to try to maintain this one. Now, this is the English ivy. I don't know what's causing the ivy to go nuts this year, but it's prolific. And I can't blame this one on 3 Ballot Plaza, but the fence is going to have to be replaced, and there's nothing I can do. I've tried now for 2-3 years to beat these things back. This year, I can't do it anymore, and even if I did, what's underneath them has got to be replaced. It's all rotten from having the vines growing in and out of them and having no sun on them, the damp moisture and everything, and the poison ivy. The vines strangle them out. It wrecks the wood, and it also causes it to rot. So that's it. Please, 3 Ballot Plaza, do something before I have to hire an attorney and freaking sue you to replace my fence, my garage, and my tree work, which somehow I've tried my hardest on this end to solve this problem. I can't do it. It's impossible. Look at that. I can't machete that off fast enough. It's my fence. I should put a time lapse on this to see how long it takes for that one vine to get across to that trio back here. Because the more sun they get, the more prolific. Look at that. Fence. This fence. My garage. Fucking nightmare. Excuse my language, but more poison ivy coming through. Oh my god. I remember spraying poison ivy the other day, and the security guys were looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, somebody's got to take care of it. And I can't. I tried. There's nothing more I can do. We had to pay to get that thing removed because that fell because of all the vines. There's limbs that were cut off. We had to pay $700 to have that done last year. So it's an expense, and it's an ongoing problem and expense for me and my property, and it's not fair. It needs to be taken care of. Somebody's got to take care of it. Township